My guest is Melissa. Melissa, why are you here?
I got pregnant at 13 and...
You got pregnant at 13?
13. I fell head over heels in love and had a little boy, and he ain't got his daddy.
How old are you now?
I'm 18.
Oh, you're 18. So your son is like 5 years old now?
He'll be 4 on the 25th
He'll be
this
4.
month.
So you got pregnant with just, you had a boyfriend?
Yeah, actually, you know, he was my first love. You know, he took my virginity. I fell head over heels
I
in
would
love
hope so
with
at
him.
13. I hope
You
he
know,
was the first
I
one.
put him before everybody. I loved him so much. And I got pregnant. He was like, oh, I promise you I'm going to take care of this baby. That's my number one. That's my boy. Promise me the world. We're going to get married. I love you more than anything.
I got to ask you, how was it
know?
having a baby at 13?
Hard.
I mean, I couldn't take care of
Took my
comic books when I
childhood.
was 13, let alone a child.
It was hard, but I did it. I did, you know, I took care of, I made that mistake and I took care of it. I
Okay, but
did my
now
responsibilities.
you have your son. Are you still with the guy that
No.
you had the baby with?
No, I broke it off with him 2 years ago. You know, I'm in a new relationship now, and, you know, I moved on. I have so much hatred towards him because of what he's put my son through.
What did he put your son through?
You know, he'll sit here, he'll call my son up, and he'll be like, you want Daddy to come see you? Get my son all happy. You know, my son will run around the house, Daddy's coming to get me. Never show. My son's sitting at that window crying because his daddy's not coming to see him.
Why doesn't he show up to see your son?
Because it's either he has no job, because he's got a past record, or, you know, he's off with some other girl doing his thing. You know, he's a father when it's convenient for him.
You being here today, what are you hoping happens?
I want him to stand up, be a dad, quit being immature and hiding from his responsibilities, pay some child support, and, you know, be there for his son.
Involved in his son's life.
Be there for him.
This is a man that you had your son with when you were 13 years old. Your son's now 4. He's kind of, you're saying he's like a deadbeat dad.
He is a deadbeat dad.
Let's bring him
exactly
out.
what he is.
Let's bring him out.
First of all, no. You said and told me that I can't see my son whenever it's convenient for you.
I've never denied you that. I
No,
let you see your
doing
son
what's
anytime
convenient
you
for you
want
and
to.
Andrew.
No.
You go through
she
Andrew
doesn't have in this relationship. I'll let you see your son. When's the last time you saw your
Every
son?
time I go to see him,
When's
you
the
have to
last time
okay
you
through
saw
her,
him?
Melissa.
No, when's the last time you saw him? What
2
was it?
months ago.
Christmas?
Because
Christmas?
of Angel.
I had to go down to see you.
You okay through her before I do anything.
She doesn't
Anytime
say
I'm going to pick
anything
him
when it
up,
comes
it's
in here.
because of her.
You'll sit there, Daddy's coming to get you, Daddy's coming to get you. It's all happy, and you don't show.
I didn't show up one time.
You've never
Every time
seen
I
that
say I would come get him, I come
You don't
get
know
him.
what it's like, Andrew. He sits at the window and he cries because you're not there.
Why are you not there for your son?
I try to be, but every time I do, she uses him as a pawn against me. Every time she gets mad at me, she decides she don't want me to be there. I'll say I'm gonna come get him. She'll get mad at me and say, no,
So
you're not
saying
seeing
you
him.
want to be in your son's
I do.
life?
I would love to pay
You'd be
child
there every
support.
week?
Yeah, I would love to pay child support. See my son whenever.
why don't you pay child support?
No, I told her me and her we should get together, you know, go up there and file for child support and do all that crap.
Well, why don't you just give her the money?
Because I don't believe that she would spend it on my son. I believe that she would spend that towards
Well, why don't you
her.
then take the money and buy whatever your son needs?
When he's with me, I buy him
When's the
what
last
he
time you
needs.
gave her some money for your son?
I don't give her money. When I go get him.
Well, your son's got to eat, right?
Yeah.
One day, that 4-year-old little boy is going to be 14. And that 14-year-old boy is not going to want to spend all his time with dad. He's going to have his own life, his own friends. And you're just totally missing out on that. And why? Because you got some bitter feelings towards some women or whatever relationship she's in. Man, Andrew, he wants daddy. Just like my son wants his daddy. Don't miss out on these years of your son's life, okay? These are instrumental. This is where you're going to have a big impact on your son. This is where your son's going to develop and look at you as a father. So what I'm saying is, you're here today, right?
Yes.
You're here because you care about your son.
Yeah.
So moving forward, what are you going to do?
Step up, pay child support, be in his life as much as possible.
Let's bring it back up. Father, mother, right?
Yes.
No matter what happens between the two of you, you got a little boy together, all right? But you always got to look at her and say, hey, you got to look at that little boy right there. Look at your little boy. Beautiful little guy, happy. Look at him, he's happy, smiling. And you know what? A week can't go by where you don't see your son. You know what I'm saying? You cannot let a week go by. You shouldn't even let a day go by. But what I'd really like is, because the two of you are always going to be involved in his life, you gotta give her a certain amount of respect. And you gotta say, I might not like what she's doing or whatever. It's not for me, but at one time I had a lot of love for her. She's the mother of my son. You take care of your son on a day-to-day basis. And you've got to always remember, no matter what the problems are, he's the father. And like you said, he's the hero to your son, right? But now, no more excuses. You got to make sure he's taken care of. You got to make sure you contribute to his upbringing, financially, emotionally, everything. You got to give yourself to your son. Am I wrong saying that that's what you want from him?
That's all I've wanted from him since, I found out I was pregnant. I just want him to be there, help support his kid, and be a dad.
When's the last time you saw your son?
Christmas.
Christmas?
Yeah.
That's way too long.
Yeah.
That's way too long. Do you give me your word that you're going to start taking care of your son?
Yes.
You're going to start being involved?
Yes.
You're going to start giving her money?
Yeah.
Now with that, you haven't seen your son in 4 months?
Going on 4 months.
4 months, long time. I couldn't go 4 hours without seeing my little boy. You're on 4 months. Can he go back right now and see his son?
Miss you, baby.
I was raped.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.